Hey y'all, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. If you haven't seen the news today, we had a large event in Nashville. I had planned on finishing up the episode for this week, but to tell you the truth, it's a bit hard to focus right now. Because of that, I'm going to delay that just a little bit. As to what happened today, I'll go over what I know and what I can release as best as I can. And forgive me if it's a bit scattered, just trying to talk off the cuff here. At around 10:13 this morning, our 911 line started lighting up. There were calls of shots fired inside of the Covenant School, which is a private pre-K through 6th grade Christian school here in Nashville. Police got to the scene, and after arriving, a small team entered the school. While clearing the first floor, they heard more gunshots from the second floor. They rushed towards the sound of the gunshots and located the shooter. They then exchanged gunfire with the shooter, and 2 officers shot and killed the suspect. Now, as I've been seeing online, there are a lot of people that are questioning some of the language being used, specifically one phrase, which is active aggressor. A lot of people seem confused at that. Active aggressor is the general term now used by a lot of departments because it covers all area of someone actively killing. It's mostly known by everyone as active shooter, but there's been active killings with knives, active killings with arson, active killings with vehicles. This term active aggressor covers all of those. Information at this point is still being gathered and investigated, but from what we know so far is that there's a total of 7 people that were killed, including the shooter. The shooter has been identified, but I'm not going to put out that name. I've mentioned a while back that from here on out, I'm just going to leave that information out about shooters. If fame and notoriety was something that this person was looking for, you won't find me advancing that name at all. This was a pre-planned targeted attack. There was more than one possible target, but the shooter determined that there was too much security at the other location, so the shooter decided to go after the softer target instead, someplace with less security. A manifesto was found as well as a map with entry points. Entry wasn't immediately gained, but the suspect ended up shooting through a door that was locked. They're also saying that the shooter was a previous student of the school. Multiple guns were found with the shooter and a large amount of ammunition. This person seemed to plan to kill multiple people and then have a shootout with police, and the motive hasn't been identified yet, but there are theories being investigated. The deceased victims also have been identified. Cynthia Peak, age 61, Catherine Coots, age 60, and Mike Hill, age 61. Also, Evelyn Deekhouse, Hallie Scruggs, and William Kinney. All of those were just 9 years old. As I'm recording this, I'm hearing that police will be releasing a video of the officers engaging the shooter. There will certainly be more information released in the next hours and days, and I'll do what I can to give you everyone updates. To the initial responding officers, I'm so glad that you were there today. You didn't wait, you went towards danger, and you stopped the killing. Without you, this could have been much worse. To the other responders on the scene, I'm also very proud of all you. It was a hard day, but you all handled it. And as to my coworkers at dispatch, I know you all went through a lot today, whether you were working a radio or answering the phone calls. No matter your role today, you were all important, and you all helped greatly in this. I know you're probably all heavy in emotions right now. We'll all deal with things differently. If you need somebody to chat with, just let me know. Even though this is something none of us ever want to deal with, know this and let it sit deeply with you. You got the job done today. You did. For myself, I'm fine. I was working and I did play a role just like everyone else. I was working a police radio in a different part of town. We all had officers that responded. We were all listening to the updates over the radio as our officers were en route to the location, and we all heard the shots being fired and the screams of shots fired coming over the radio. So while I wasn't in the middle of all this, I'm very aware of how this all went down. As I said, overall I'm fine, but to tell you the truth, I'm really pissed off. I'm pissed off that it could happen anywhere, but it especially hits hard if it's where you're working. Thank you all for reaching out today and checking on me and my coworkers. It really does mean a lot. Just like I said before, I just wanted to give you guys an update and let y'all know what's going on. I'll be back with the regular episode shortly. Y'all have a good rest of the evening and stay safe out there.